Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I want to cover a topic that usually isn't covered by lawyers and is often one of the most misunderstood and just unknown areas that athletes especially can use to their advantage, and that's disability insurance coverage. And so I want to cover the pre-career and the post-career. During a career, typically it's going to be a standard workers' compensation claim, but there is a caveat that I'll get to. So with pre-draft issues, a lot of times if you're a college senior, your school will take out a disability policy on you. It's called a loss of value policy. And so these policies will protect an injury that senior year, that last year of college, so that if an athlete is projected to be drafted, and they do get injured while playing for the school, they're not going to lose everything that they may have gotten in a draft. And so you'll want to talk to a qualified insurance professional that works in that area to get a little bit more information. But those policies are really important. And so as a senior, that policy will cover from the time your senior year starts all the way through to the draft. Now, with that, we want to make sure, though, that an athlete's doing the right things. We don't want a situation where they go and work out for a ball club pre-draft, and then they get injured there because then it becomes a little bit messier. During the career, you also might want to take out a loss of value policy leading into a free agent year. So if you've had a good couple first years and you're entering that time period where you have a right to go after free agency, you want to protect that free agent money that you might get, because that's usually the biggest payday in an athlete's career. And so again, it's that time to revisit that type of a policy. That's really going to protect your future career earnings. We don't want a loss of value claim, but if it does happen, that insurance policy is worth every dollar. Now, at the end of a career, this is where a lot of people just think it's all over. Even with the injuries that we've seen that have been publicized with NFL players afterwards with the CTE stuff, it's not just about concussions and that type of an injury with the head. It's also about the wear and tear on a body. The state of California, you can file a workers' compensation claim for disability, whether it's partial or full body. If you played in the state of California, if your agent was based out here, you signed your contract here, and there's a few other caveats. But if you meet some of those requirements, certainly reach out to me. I'm happy to provide you with as much information as I can. I refer a lot of these cases and work with a lot of attorneys that properly handle these. There's only a few that I trust working with athletes, and so I'd be happy to put you in touch with them. Because that's money that's been paid in by the athlete and by the teams for a workers' compensation claim. And I think every professional athlete, if they can meet certain requirements, should go after that policy, because I don't know a professional athlete that doesn't have a lingering injury after their playing days are over. I'll tell you, as a former professional baseball umpire, I have all sorts of nagging injuries from my baseball days, and I wasn't near the athlete that these guys are, and especially if you're playing a team sport, that's the biggest thing. It's not a tennis or a golf thing, so I apologize for that. But if you're playing a team sport as an employee, you're going to be covered under these workers' compensation rules in California. But reach out to me before you go shop around, because I want to make sure I get you the best representation possible, and I'm happy to make those introductions. If you have other questions or comments, feel free to reach out to me, and I'll cover whatever you'd like. Thanks.